Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. Well, let's get to work, y'all. Only got a couple of things to do today, and then I'm gonna come in, do another quick tour of the greenhouse since I have new members. And thank you guys once again for joining, and even more may have joined because Diana shouted me out again today on her live. Girl, that garden of yours, I'm coming down there. Okay, I'm gonna come down there, steal every crop, and then bring my butt back to Michigan. Okay, we're gonna start with kicking off the compost bins, the keyhole gardens. Okay, y'all gotta excuse the first one that we're gonna do. That's my little ghetto keyhole garden. I actually had a true keyhole garden there last year, and then I took it apart, and then I decided to rebuild it this year and ran out of bricks, y'all. So it's just a little ghetto keyhole garden, and I have a tomato plant in there right now, and I'm gonna stick some hot peppers in there to keep these little critters away that I'm dealing with. Okay, and then the second, that's this batch here with the eggshells and stuff, because I want that one to get a good dose. And then this one, it has eggshells in it too, and paper and potato peelings and onion and all that. So that's going to go in my other keyhole garden, the big one, where my potatoes have come up. So let's walk to the front real quick and let's get this dumped in. Let's make a pit stop at the garlic. Oh, my shoots are starting to die, y'all. So it's time for another fertilization. And then I have to wait for the shoots to come up. I don't fertilize it again after I fertilize it this next time. And then once the shoots die, now my lady from the grow club, the director said that these will be ready in July. I planted in October. I'm gonna go by what I know. When those shoots die, I'm gonna be pulling. Let's see how I got some, and I know y'all. Okay, we gonna get it together. Okay, we will get it together. But anyway, okay, I already harvested my asparagus, but I still have some coming up, and that asparagus is coming out of the ground this fall, and I'm gonna put it in the keyhole garden with my other perennials, the few that I have in there. See, it started to fern up, so I'm glad that I got my harvest. I had true asparaguses, and y'all saw that a few weeks ago. So now it's starting to grow and fern, which is good. And you know what? I found out last year I had cut the fern down at the end of the season, and I'm glad I didn't ruin this asparagus because this was my third year, my first year that I was able to harvest. And so they were in crates at first, then I put them in the ground last year, and I cut the ferns down. And I found out later that you're not supposed to even touch the ferns, okay? They said leave those ferns and you'll get more asparagus. So I am gonna dig these plants back up, and then I'm going to move them to the keyhole garden, and that's where they'll be forevermore. Oh, I have another asparagus coming. See that one? Right there. See, I got so many weeds here, right here where my hand is. Look like a little wee-wee. There's another one right there. Okay, I'm still producing here. This one died, but this one, I have another one. So I've got 3 of them coming. So I'll keep an eye on those because we're supposed to get into the 90s next week. Well, close to it. And I'm gonna be getting this weed whacked. A friend of mine, her brother unfortunately suddenly passed away. And so she asked me if I needed some tools. Did I need some tools, y'all? I was trying to save money so I can buy one tool at a time, okay? She brought me a lawnmower, a battery-powered lawnmower. She brought me, y'all saw that, she brought me a small 1-stage snowblower. I have a 2-stage, but I can't handle it, so because of my health issues, and I'm getting ready to get rid of it. And she's bringing me a weed whacker next week, and then she brought me a lot of tools, a drill and regular, y'all, look like my tomato. And it rained last night, so it's not like it's dry, but it's not like it's not getting water, but it's not getting nutrients either. This is the secret to a keyhole garden. I got a rose bush in here, and I have chives that come back every year, but I pulled them up this year, and it's full of weeds, so I gotta get that straight. Okay, let me widen this because this isn't wide enough. There we go. And let's drop these nutrients in there. And we'll see if that tomato survives. It was already messed up. That's why I threw it out here to begin with. Uh-oh, I'm never in frame. Okay, and as you can see, and let an animal come against this mesh, I don't even worry about it. And I dug a hole deep enough to where the animal, oh, let me get these scraps up, because that, you'll get that. I dug a hole deep enough so that an animal cannot knock this over. And I'm gonna feel it. I should have set my phone up, y'all. But this is what I'm pulling out. Eggshells, potato peels, onions. In fact, let me quit. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. I'll get that fell on the ground, because an animal will come. Make sure I get every bit of this. It's all important. And everything I've ever put in this, when this was the true keyhole garden, everything I put in there thrived. Everything. I've had peppers in here. I've had tomatoes. I've had the cherry tomatoes. The rose bush bloomed. All that. So we'll see what that tomato does, and I'm gonna get those weeds out of there tomorrow. And since we're up front, let's show you how the potatoes and garlic is coming along up here. First of all, I told y'all about the flowers. My sister gave me a lot of her cutlings. I know those are weeds there, but my sister gave me a lot of her cutlings last year, and they came back, and she's gonna give me some more this year. But I bought a peonies. I found it for like $2.50 at Home Depot on clearance. And I didn't think it would do anything because that white thing is an eyesore. It has just about totally blocked it. And it's about to bloom. I got 4 blooms on it. And it was a baby when I bought it. You could barely see it. Here is my elderberry. Where's my blooms, y'all? Okay, here's one. I had a whole bunch on there the other day. Y'all saw that. Oh, they're still there. This thing, I bought this at Lowe's last year. It was on the Left for Dead shelf, and I think I paid $2 for this bush, and it was small, and it looked dead. I came home, I pruned it up, and this thing took off, and here it is. And so I bought a small elderberry. I paid more for that than I paid for this one on eBay, because I needed a second variety in order to get blooms, and here it is. This is the second one, and it's doing good in there. I just put it in there with it, and it's even blooming. Okay, this is where my herbs are gonna go. But here's the garlic up front. It doesn't look like the garlic in the back because I haven't done much of anything to it. I just threw it in the ground, so there it is. So I'ma work with it. I'ma dig around to get those weeds up that's fighting for nutrients, fertilize it real good, and see what I can do by July. Okay, my potatoes are doing excellent. Let's walk back here real quick. So these are the ones I bought at what's the store? Not Tractor Supply, Menards. So I got 1, 2, 3, and it's sending up other shoots too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And remember, I think I threw only 17 potatoes in the ground, and I threw them in holes, so that means that they're sending up extra shoots. 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. And I know they're close. Ooh, that scared me. I know that they're close, so, but I'm gonna leave them. I'm gonna just leave them. And I planted them roof stout. I threw the potatoes on the ground, no digging. And I put the hay there, and I've got more hay here. And yeah, I look like my whole yard look crazy, okay? Then I've got weeds to clean up over there. Those flowers are perennials that were left by the late owners. Remember, this was an estate house when I purchased it. I purchased it in 21. It'll be 3 years, July the 13th, the day before my birthday. I moved in. Oh, let's check the peas. I haven't even thought about these. Okay, they're starting to climb the trellis. There they are, looking good. I planted these back in February, y'all, because I weather broke in February. and we were through with snow and stuff, and it got warm. Shoot, I started fishing and I started planting. So I did those peas. I threw some seeds in that. And this is where I'm gonna put a tree, y'all, because this area looks horrible. Okay, now let's head back to the back. We're already at 10 minutes, so we're gonna be on here a while today. So now we're gonna get the other keyhole garden started. And so that those nutrients, they'll start breaking down, especially with this heat that's coming. I've got so much to do, y'all. It just never ends. Well, y'all know that anyway. And this isn't even a true stead, it's a Que-stead, okay? But I just do a little bit every day because my health is bad. Y'all know that. Okay. So I just do a little bit every day and try to keep it up. My neighbor cuts for me, but they're moving, so look like I'm gonna be cutting after that. See, here's some more weeds up in here. Let me get these pulled. Now this is the big keyhole garden, and I mentioned before, it's not a true keyhole garden because in Africa they use mud and bricks and stuff. I didn't put nothing together. The bricks are just stacked. And so I said that way, if something ever happened to me and someone else move in, if they want to tear it down, they can. If I cement this mess together, it's never coming down. Okay, so these are potatoes I threw in here last fall, and they have since come up. We've got like 8 or 9 over here, and I threw some on that side too, and I see that one has come up. And then the potatoes that I got from Fedco run from this pole here all the way to this pole, and it goes over a little bit. So those have not come up yet. I'll just wait on them. Okay, so as you can see, I have all my stuff from last year in there. The eggshells I put in there this year. So I want to get this activated because of the potatoes, and I don't put no other fertilizers in here, nothing. I just throw food scraps in, and when I tell you, I planted patty pan in here last year. My blueberry, which is now in the greenhouse, took off. My sister bought me a baby blueberry plant. What else took off? My friend gave me a golden raspberry plant that took off. She gave me that arugula over there, and that's all that's in here now, the arugula and potatoes. So I'm gonna get the other perennials in here, and I have some good Henry spinach, and I'm looking for some Egyptian walking onion. Every time I try to order some, it's sold out. So I'm gonna have to really look. But when I get some, I'm gonna throw it in the keyhole garden, and I'm gonna just let it walk. Okay, now this, I keep a top on it. The other one I don't, but I'm gonna put one on it. In fact, I'm gonna do that as soon as I get done with this, because this will really keep the animals out. This has worked. I put a top on it. Hold on. There's the top, and then I top it off with the brick. And that stops that. We'll leave that brown out there. Okay, so that's the second keyhole garden. There it is, y'all. Oh, and since we're over by the pears, I'm throwing that paper in there. I'll get it later. I'm always doing that. Let's see if we can find my, oh Lord, my thing that came off, but nothing has gotten to it. Oh, I netted this as soon as I saw those pears. I've got, you can't see them. Here's some of them. They're real small right now. I've got 22, and I am gonna hit this tree with a little fertilizer because I didn't fertilize when it bloomed in the spring. But I've got 22 pears on this one, and I've got a few on this one. There's one right there. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. So I netted them off. And we were looking at the peach tree the other day because I said it didn't look right. And it still don't. But it's still alive. I see leaves on it, so I'm not gonna expect any peaches this year because it didn't bloom. But I got peaches last year on that baby tree. This netting keeps coming down. Hold up, y'all. Okay, I got it back up there. Okay. Yeah, it's a hot mess. So I'll just work and work. And then, oh, I was telling y'all about my friend and the tools. So she's bringing me, I think this week, she's bringing me, and that's the other side of the spot. I'm gonna put a grapevine over there, right in the corner where that fence line, you know, next to that tree. I'm gonna wait till DTE cuts that tree down though, because electric company is cutting down this tree, and this tree. I'm responsible for these two right here. One is cut, but this one isn't. So I'm gonna get that one done because my neighbor is getting that one cut down. And he got a new roof today. Don't it look nice, y'all? Oh, and it's about to rain. Look like I'm gonna be out here in it because I'm not going in yet. Okay. Okay, so the other thing I need to do, and I didn't bring, you know what, I gotta go in the house and get a bowl. And y'all gotta excuse the house, y'all, but I gotta get a bowl. And while I'm in there, I'm gonna grab my umbrella. Well, it doesn't bother me to get wet. Plus it's hot. I guess y'all saying she just a rambling and all over the place. Yep, that's me. Okay, let's go in the house, y'all. I gotta get a bowl for this lettuce. That's what I'm harvesting today. Because I could see where it's getting ready to bolt. And I said, I don't want it to bolt just yet. And with me cutting it, that will prevent it from bolting and it'll grow back and then I'll get another. And I bought a Stouffer's lasagna, y'all. So I'm gonna have that tonight. A salad and what else am I having with it? Oh, some garlic bread. Okay, like I said, excuse my house. It's 7:55. No wonder it's getting darker. But it don't get dark really until about 9. But it looks like it's gonna rain again. Now we're gonna use this bowl. Let's use this bowl because it has a top. Okay. Alrighty. Let's hit the bricks back outside. Yeah, it's a junky mess in here. Where's my umbrella? I think it's in the car. Oh well, I just have to get wet today. Yeah, I have to get back to my Swedish death cleaning. So next is this closet right here. Hey y'all. And I am gonna set this camera up once I get in there. Okay. And I'm not gonna be on much longer. Okay, let's set the camera up. I'm gonna zoom it in so that you can see me. I'm gonna harvest the lettuce. Here's the tool bag I was telling you about right here. So I'll be taking that in the house. Let's set this up. And excuse the fan noise, y'all. It's still hot in here, so I don't want to be cool. Okay, I'll be right back. Yep, it was getting ready to bolt. Now here is the lettuce, you guys. My first harvest. Hey, give me 5. Okay, now if I don't get nothing else, y'all can say, well, Q got some lettuce this year. Okay, I potted out my other a G Dusoleil pepper, and I planted the King of the North. I did that one today too. So everything is doing good. As you can see, my peppers are actually starting to take off a little bit. I'm glad that Lesia is taking off, as well as the Jimmy Nardello. This is a G Dusoleil right here. Oops, let me unzoom. So all I have to plant, I'm gonna wait till I get my Swiss chard, hot peppers, and herbs next week at Pelly's before I plant out these 3 plants, because those were my late bloomers. They were the very last ones I planted the day before the greenhouse was finished. So it's doing good, but it needs more time before I plant them out. These are my raspberries, and I'm starting to get blooms on it. I've got many blooms on my blueberries, and this is for your newbies because you haven't toured the greenhouse. Here's some blueberries that I have. I never got blooms before, and I've had this plant 3 years, and this year I added that soil acidifier and a few other amendments, and boom, bang, blueberries. And the blooms have since died, but the blueberries are coming on. Okay, and so this is a long view, and I'm gonna tell you about the greenhouse in a minute. Okay, these are my tomatoes. This one, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow because it's getting ready to rain. I need to cut the suckers off because it's a couple of flowers on that one back there. And I think I saw a few flowers on this one here. Time to cut off those suckers so that those flowers can start producing tomatoes. Okay. I got pink hull crowder peas, and I also have white cream crowder peas. This is one, Robert, this is the grapevine I'm gonna give you because it has a leaf on it. Robert wants a grapevine, and I'm going over there tomorrow to show him how to start a YouTube channel. So I hope he takes my suggestion. I think he should name it Crops and Roberts. Don't that sound, ain't that catchy? Crops and Roberts, like cops and robbers. So we'll see what he says. But anyway, that's your grapevine, Robert. He's going to stick his in the ground. I'm going to stick that one in the ground. I said in the corner. All my grapevines are doing good after the retransplant. Oh, and I one thing I forgot to mention yesterday in the video, the professor said that grapevines like a sandy soil. So to amend your soil with sand too. So I added sand today, and I'm going to get that mixed in. You can see it at the top. I'm going to get it mixed in, and that'll be it. I'm getting squash flowers, y'all. So I'm getting ready to start eating my squash flowers, and I'm gonna do a cooking tutorial on that, on the squash flowers and leaves. That's all I grow squash for, with the exception of the patty pan. I grow that for the squash itself, but my regular squash, if one comes on, I'll let it grow. But for the most part, I eat it. I eat the flowers and the leaves, and they are good. I'm telling you. My peppers are doing good. That's the lettuce that I just cut down to the nub. This is that other Aji du Soleil, and this is the King of the North pepper. Whew, my peanuts. Okay, and let's see. My bush beans are doing good, and I'm getting flowers on that. I also have some, what's back there? I can't even see it. Oh, the gooseberry. White okra. Jambalaya okra, that will take off in July. It has to be really hot for that to take off. My sister bought me this last year as a baby, and it even developed blooms this year. That strawberry, that's either a white pine or Ozark, or both. My other ones died because my last greenhouse collapsed in the winter, and I had so many strawberry runners that I had potted out, and they had did well. And they all died on me because of the greenhouse collapse. My collard greens, I just planted those out 2 days ago. Cherry tree had to be brought in here because a squirrel got a hold to it, ate every cherry. I had a whole bunch of cherries on it. It bloomed really well, and it left one cherry for me, which is right there. And I want that cherry too. So I brought my cherry trees in the greenhouse. This one and the dwarf one. I got a blackberry bush here. I thought it was blooming, but I'm not seeing anything. And I've had this for 3 years, and it hasn't bloomed for me ever. So looks like I'm still going to be without blackberries this year. So I might buy another bush. I don't mind buying a second one just to get my fruit, and then I'll work with that. Okay, so that's it for the plants thus far. I still have more to plant, and I did clean up a little bit. Y'all like my watermelon bag? I brought it out today. I crocheted this, my favorite bag. So here it is. Okay. And let me show y'all the shawl. I finished it. And let me set the camera up. And we're gonna talk for a second, and then we're gonna get off because I'm getting ready to get caught in the rain. Okay, here's the shawl, y'all. I widened it and it fits a lot better. And I put this embellishment on it. Do you see it right there? It's yellow and orange. I figured it would match the shawl itself. So I threw a strip of orange in and a strip around the side because it's yellow and orange to make it match. And because this has the turquoise, I got this, it's hanging on the purse. I'm gonna put this on the shawl too. This love button. I like hippie stuff, y'all. I'm just weird like that. Like the patch on my jeans there. I don't know if you saw that. But let's put it on. Here it is, y'all. Here it is. Woo! Loving this. And this is gonna come in handy next winter because it's nice and thick. So this is the shawl. Okay, and the second thing, and then we're gonna get off because I'm getting ready to get showered on. I brought a snack out, which is some grapes that I bought today at the store. But look what else I found, y'all. And Diana, I couldn't wait because this year, every year I plant the ground cherries, and they are delicious. But this year I also planted pineapple ground cherries, and I planted gooseberries. Well, when I went to Myers today, what did I find? Some gooseberries. Cost $3 for that pack, but they gave me, it was quite a few. That's why I went on and bought them. And I wanted to taste them because I've never tasted them before. Look at this bad boy. Woo. And I know, yeah, my nails are dirty, so I'm finna eat some dirt too. But, you know, that's part of Que-stead-Que, okay? But anyway, let's pop this little morsel in my mouth. The package said it tastes like tropical fruit. I've never tasted it, so let's go. Glory. Woo! Wee! Woo! I'm having a ground cherry gasm. Oh my God. Woo, this is good. Yes. So I'm gonna put extra effort in my gooseberries. Oh, those are good. I gotta tell my sister to buy her a pack at Myers so she can see what they taste like. Alrighty. So that's all I wanted to show y'all today. I've been on here long enough. Let me get this shawl packed up and get in this house because it's gonna pour down any second. And I need to get my buckets back out there to collect some rainwater. Actually, I have some in my rain barrel. So I got to get some of that out too before it goes stagnant. Okay. So I'm getting ready to get off of here, y'all. And again, welcome new members. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I'm all over the place and all that good stuff, but it's just one of those days, okay? So anyway, I'm gonna get off of here and I will talk to you all later, and may God bless you all. And I will film Robert tomorrow, introducing him, and then we'll get his YouTube channel going, and then I'll give you the link later so that you can join and support him. Now, Robert is from Alabama and Florida, or Florida and Alabama. He's lived in both states, but that's where he's from, where he grew up. He plants the old-fashioned way. Now, he did say he's going to get a greenhouse. He liked mine, and he said he wanted to get it just so it can put him back in that zone because we're 6B. Oh, a greenhouse will shoot you up. I was telling Diana, I was telling your friend, I don't know who he was filming, when he asked about my greenhouse. I said it took me from zone 6B to zone hell, okay? But I'm getting ready to get burlap. Right now, I've got bags along the roof to try to keep it cool during the day because it'd be getting to 120 in here, even with the fan going. And I can't just leave the doors open because I'm full of groundhogs, squirrels, and everything else around here. Skunks. I live by 3 lakes. So when I'm out here, I open it up and cool it off. But before then, I can't open it up. And my windows are down low. That's the problem. In my last greenhouse, which was a lot smaller, it was 8 by 12. But my last greenhouse, the windows were up high and my doors were vented with windows. I had all kind of ventilation, and therefore it never got that hot. It would get like up to 95 or whatever. And my plants did very well in that other greenhouse for the 2 years that I had it. But this one, oh no, this is a whole different beast. So I'm getting some burlap next week. I'm gonna finish shoring it up. As you can see, it's ghetto-fied. I'm gonna finish shoring it up with wood up there so it doesn't collapse like the other one did. And I'm putting burlap from that middle pole coming down to the second pole. That's all I need it for, to keep that sun out and to cool it off. And so the bags are working a little bit. It was 95 in here earlier today, and now it's 70 in here. So I'm getting ready to close her up and get on in this house. So anyway, we're at 30 minutes, so I will talk to you guys later, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye.